how's it going everybody? It's Young here and welcome to a quick Death Stranding news update. The following information comes from the latest episode of HideoTube, which guest starred none other than Mads Mikkelsen, who will be playing the main antagonist in Kojima's upcoming new title. Now in this video, I won't be focusing on Mads, but rather on Stefanie Joosten. If you've been keeping up with my Death Stranding videos over the last few months, then you'll know that I've reported multiple times evidence suggesting that Stefanie Joosten might be involved in Kojima's new game, likely as one of its characters. The most damning evidence that I've presented thus far is the fact that Stefanie Joosten paid a visit to Guerrilla Game Studios in early 2016, shortly after Kojima finished his technology tour with Mark Cerny, and around the same time that he started creating the first Death Stranding trailer with Norman Reedus. Guerrilla being the same studio that would hand their game engine to Kojima on a silver platter and pave the way to a partnership that yielded the now co-developed game engine that both Kojima's Death Stranding and Guerrilla's Horizon Zero Dawn run on, the Decima game engine. So the argument I made was that everything matches up too well to be mere coincidence, and that Stefanie Joosten might have been in talks for Death Stranding. Well, if that wasn't enough to convince you, get a load of this. Towards the beginning of the latest HideoTube, before Kojima introduced Mads Mikkelsen, he took the time to very deliberately put on this cap featuring none other than Stefanie Joosten. The cap, by the way, is official Stefanie Joosten merchandise that is sold at MickeyMcTroy.com, the website of Stefanie's booking agency. I don't know about you, but that's as blatant of a clue as it gets. I honestly can't think of any other reason for why Kojima would wear this hat in such an out-of-place fashion other than the likelihood that he's hinting Stefanie Joosten's involvement in Death Stranding. Keep in mind that this isn't the first time that Kojima has low-key blatantly hinted at actors' involvements prior to their official announcement. The most recent case of this was Kojima's Mads Mikkelsen campaign, during which Kojima constantly tweeted photos of this red hoodie that Mads Mikkelsen has been spotted wearing on numerous occasions. Even Norman was low-key hinted by Kojima through Twitter before the actor's involvement was officially announced. Some might even argue that Ludens, who was unveiled before Death Stranding, was also subtly yet blatantly hinting at Norman's involvement, especially when you consider that it didn't take long for people to make the connection that Ludens' eyes look nearly identical to Norman's. So the bottom line is that when it comes to Death Stranding, Kojima has a history of low-key yet blatant hinting of actors' involvement before they are officially announced in the near future, and I get the feeling that he's doing the same thing with Stefanie Joosten in this episode of HideoTube. I would even go as far as to predict that Stefanie Joosten's involvement may be announced soon, possibly during E3 2017. Do keep in mind that this is still all theory and speculation, so do take this video with a grain of salt, but at the same time, after this, I'm willing to bet on Stefanie's involvement and on an impending announcement. But those are just my thoughts, so now it's your turn. What are your thoughts about Kojima's recent gesture? Do you think it could signify that Stefanie Joosten has been cast as a character in Death Stranding, or am I looking too much into things? Let us know in the comments below, and to be further updated on all things Death Stranding, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!